Hello everyone, this is Ashok Sarda and I am here. I have something to offer that is succor and despair. Everybody knows that pandemic has created a new normal. It has been a boom for some industries and despair for some other industries. Now, or businesses I would say. Now, how can we go toward the first category? Like say pharma companies. They have made money like they never thought about it. So why can't we in that category where people are laughing to the, you know, they are laughing to the stock. And we also in textile and retail industry, we have gone through hell because of the shops being closed. Today's papers we see a big chain being sold because of this lockdown. And we can also recover those losses with positive thinking and these ideas are actually my culmination of last 25 years experience in both fashion textile industry as well as my background in water energy and environment management for 10 years. So almost I would say 30 years I have worked in together in sustainability and 20 years in textile, and I have tried to synthesize those ideas together. So let me start with a category where textile and retail come together. The first part is how retailers have to think out of the box to get out of this pandemic situation. What I see as an outsider that Indian retailers somehow have been weaker in part of the designing part compared to their global counterparts who are operating in India today. So today we see the global brands doing very well in India, whereas the Indian retailers in lifestyle segment not doing so well in India. What's the difference? I feel is the designing for the consumer. Now, how the Indian retailers can catch up? Today there is no talent. The design is one resource which can be bought from anywhere in the world, and even in India there could be a lot of hidden design talent which needs to be captured, and it could be open source designing. And the second part is the designers also need to be educated in smart designing, that's called sustainable fashion. Sustainability fashion means not only the processes of employed for manufacturing the product have to be sustainable. I would say the example is like reactive printing. Can it be replaced with pigment printing, or dye-based processing? Can it be replaced with alternate way of coloring? That is sustainability. And designers can look at those ideas from manufacturers' shop floor limitation and create products for that. The second part is reproduction of those designs by the supply chain. Now, most of the problem here in India is, I would say, the designer creates a lion and the shop floor creates a cheetah out of it. That is called design integrity. And there is a big mismatch. If designers come out with complicated designs, the shop floor supply chain refuses to produce it, and that's where always the conflict is there. Now, if they at all produce it, it is produced at the end of the fashion cycle, and the fashion is gone. So we have to produce the design on time with a design integrity of 90-95%, and in time the merchandise reaches the store. Now, ultimately, there is a funda called consumer's brain perception for a product. Now, if the product is priced at say 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, and I walk into the store and look at the merchandise and my brain tells me it's 500 rupees. So then my brain will tell me don't buy it. And on the other hand, how does the consumer brain perception get created? It's by just look and feel of the garment or any product. So nobody knows what is the manufacturing technology behind that product. Just people touch and feel and create their own perception. Now, look at the other way around. I go to the store, there is a price tag of $1,000 on a merchant in a product, and my brain tells me, oh, it's worth 2,000 rupees. For me, it's value for money. That VFM comes in, and I'll pick it up. I think it's a bargain. Not only I'll pick it up, I'll tell my 10 friends that this product is really value for money in this store, and the merchandise will fly off the shelf. And that's what creates what I call it the inventory turns. So consumer brain perception has to be created, and my focus will be for creating consumer brain perception is printing, because printing is the simplest way to create consumer brain perception. There are a lot of complicated things to create consumer brain perception, like visual merchandising, then brand, then you can do other things like embroidery and so many value added stuff, etc. But printing is the simplest, and that too I will focus on screen printing, because there are other complicated options like digital printing, etc. But creating consumer brand perception through screen printing, I think, is the cheapest. So creating that will sell the merchandise faster. The textile industry is a $150 billion industry in India, which is very small compared to our potential, and we hardly make money out of it. It's a very sad situation, because if you see our IT industry, if you see our pharma industry, they have margins of 20%, 40% PAT, and whereas textile industry consumes so much of resources, water, power, cotton, etc., and we end up making only 8%. The farmers are crying, the retailers are crying. So I wanted to disrupt the whole model. So I felt this social media give me an opportunity without any hindrance to share my thoughts, which may reach to everybody in the industry, bottom to top. Earlier there are restrictions of the organization, people may listen, people may not listen. So I wanted to share my thoughts, which I felt as a layman. I am outsider to textile industry, I am an outsider to retail industry. So I look at it as a third party, and I am going to write a book, Lifestyle to Textile, in which I am going to share my thoughts and also share my videos in 7-8 episodes, where I will take topic by topic, which could be of interest to everybody. I worked in garment industry, knitted garment industry for 10 years. I worked in 10 years in woven fabric industry for 10 years. So I have understood both the spectrums of textile industry, and so I wanted to make that industries profitable. See, now at the fag end of my career, my only goal is, as a proud Indian, to make our industry as profitable, or maybe more profitable at least, than our neighbors in South Asia. Thank you.